Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Mental Health Warriors. I'm your host for this evening, Caroline Murphy Bennis, the Rainbow Warrior. And welcome to our second show of Words as Medicine, where we're talking about the fine art of communication and the power of words and how we can use words to live a more happy and content life and to improve our mental health. And tonight I have the amazing, fabulous founder of the Mental Health Warriors, Adam Duval. Welcome, Adam.
Hello. Good to be here.
Say hello to our Irish audience because they don't know you as well as we all know you.
How do you say hello in Irish?
Diagwit. Actually, that's
Diagwit.
Diagwit means God be with you.
So yeah. Diagwit.
Diagwit. And then then the other person says, Dias Merigwit. And that means God and Mary be with you.
Yeah, don't ask me to say that.
We'll have you speaking Irish by the end of this. So, Adam, can you give everybody just a little bit of a background of how did the nucleus of the idea for this amazing platform spark off, and where did it come from?
A little bit of a background on me, right? How long have we got?
We have an hour.
Right, obviously I'm Adam. You know who I am. Well, whoever don't, I'm just like an average Joe. I'm a father to 3 beautiful kids. I'm a husband. God rest my soul. I know Kerry's probably going to kill me. Who knows? But no, I grew up in a traumatic environment where obviously I was abused from the age of 3 years old, all because I couldn't ride a bike, which obviously I couldn't ride a bike till I was 9 years old. So obviously I was punched in the face by my own father at 3 due to that, because of disabilities like dyspraxia. So, which obviously what dyspraxia is, it affects your coordination. So, that's when the abuse started, the nightmare, shall I say, every day up until adulthood, where I was bullied throughout my educational life. And I thought, you know what, this can't carry on anymore, this childhood trauma. So I attempted suicide in March 2019.
Wow. So, and then, and how did you come from that point though to this? You know, like I've only known you in the last, couple of months, I suppose, but to me you seem such a kind of bright, you have a lovely kind of personality, and you just seem like you have so much energy and stuff. I just can't understand how. I'd love to know like how you've transformed that experience into what you're creating today.
Well, you say I've got a bunch of energy. Well, you have to have energy when you're a father to 2 autistic children, and with Kerry's fault, parent to 9 cats. So you have to have energy in this house. You really do. Otherwise, you're going to suffer. But anyway, less of that. From when I attempted suicide, I was petrified to even come out of my bedroom for a good 8 days, to the point, and this come to April 2019, where it was National Autism Month, and I wanted to do something. I've been saying for months that I want to do something for autism, and it was a 50,000 steps that month, and obviously I did it. I think I reached about 75,000 that month. So, and it was not just Kerry, but it was my 8-year-old daughter who encouraged me to get up and get out.
Yeah.
Obviously, my anxiety levels were through the roof. And she was like, because we were taking her to school, and she was like, come on, Dad, you can do it. Proper reassured me that everything's all right. And I was walking slow, really slow, and I kept looking behind me, thinking, do I go back? Do I go back? And no, she kept giving those words of encouragement.
Okay.
And I managed to get there, and I was fine. Fine. And then after that, I sat down and I thought, I need to do something with my life. Because I was playing on my phone, watching my kids who looked really bored, and I thought, I need to get off my ass and do something here. So I gave myself that bit of a reality check. And so I thought, right, let's get out. Let's do something. I need to give back to the community because all the people that helped me with my struggles. So that's when came 2020, July 25th, with the encouragement from the late Philip Cham. It says, Adam, you need to start the Mental Health Warriors. And here we are today.
Wow, that's amazing. It's actually your timeline. I'm just thinking, I just talked about it on the coffee morning with Kerry, that actually your timeline is very much in line with the Rainbow Warrior book. Remember, I said that I started writing. I was actually in March 2019. So we were actually on the same. We were on different. It was like as if we were going to meet eventually. You know, you were kind of coming up with the and I was coming up with the book. You know what I mean? It's amazing how, you know, things collide like that. You know,
it does.
But how then how did you start? Like you started on the YouTube first, was it? Like you just decided
No, believe it or not, I actually started doing, it was once a week, a Facebook Live. So I was just doing Facebook Lives every Friday night, and I wasn't achieving anything. So normally I was on for about hours, sometimes even 2 hours, just live. And I wasn't putting my family first. I wasn't putting me first. I wasn't even putting the kids first. And that caused real conflicts in the household. And I wasn't achieving anything. I was just slating everyone that comes negative towards me. So so I thought I need to do something. And December 2019, that's when I thought I need to create a YouTube channel and do something with it. And that's when Philip Chan was my very first guest.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't just him. It was him and Adam Richards. Adam Richards is the original Red Power Ranger, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yes, okay. I had him on. And yeah, we just did the Facebook Live. It's up there on YouTube. So I don't look as professional as I do now.
Yeah.
So feel free to laugh at me. I really don't care. But then that's when I thought, yeah, let's get this ball rolling. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about autism. Let's talk about dyslexia, dyspraxia. Let's get it all out there. And here we are today.
Amazing. It's brilliant. It came from such a small idea and just started, you know, on a live on Facebook yourself, you know. And then, you know, started getting some really amazing guests and you started collecting other warriors then. And how did the warrior team kind of start to collect them, you know?
Right. Well, obviously, believe it or not, but 15th of December this year, that's when YouTube will be celebrating our 2-year anniversary of YouTube. So that's brilliant. But with the Mental Health Warriors, it was me, and I admit right now, I thought it was a big fat failure at first. I really did. Where we was getting like 70 people liking, then it went down to about 50, then 90, then 100, then back down to 80. And I thought, this ain't going anywhere. And I said to Kerry, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to get rid of it. And she's like, no, don't. It'll come. So I kept it. Then I thought, right, okay, I'll recruit Kerry.
Yeah.
Then there's us two. Then I recruited Sharon Chamello. And then we just gradually formed a team that way. So here we are. Yeah. And our mission is, let's end this stigma of mental health.
Yeah, it's fantastic because it's international. You know, you've got warriors from all over, from America, Australia, Ireland, UK, Wales. You know, like it's really stretching all over the globe, you know.
It is.
And I find it like particularly, I find it great to hear those stories from different countries, from just ordinary everyday people, you know, that and that's what's so refreshing, because it's the stories that you don't hear, you know. And I think it's a fantastic platform because, like that, I often think, you know, you're watching the news. That's all we have really kind of access to, or you know, like. And I often think, even especially with COVID, we're not hearing the real stories. Everybody wants to hear the real stories of how people are struggling, you know.
Yeah.
And you only hear it from, you know, from people that you meet. Sometimes you meet friends and they'll tell you something they might have heard of, but it's great to have a kind of platform that you can hear what's happening in Australia. How are they coping with it? Are they in lockdown, or what's the challenge that they're dealing with that might be different to ours, whatever, because of climate and everything like that.
Hang on, I'm just going to move this. It's an Uber.
It goes in your scene in the background.
It does, doesn't it? It
does. I thought it was some science fiction thing. I thought it was.
No. It was doing me. I didn't. It wasn't doing me. I didn't.
Yeah. So so we'll get on to then the theme of the show, which is about words. So I always listen to you in the interviews, and you seem to be really kind of interested in probing people about words, and you often ask like people those big questions, and you might just have one simple word. So like what do you find words are something that kind of help you with your mental health since you've kind of come out of that kind of mental health crisis, I guess? Do you find words are medicine to you in any way?
Well, when I'm asking those deep questions pretty much early into the conversation, they just come to me. They do. And I keep saying I bring the best out in people.
Yeah.
Apparently that's my talent or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to your question, words are massive. They're crucial to people's mental health. Well, they're very crucial.
Yeah. And I think like even do you find, is there any words that can help you, like mantras or kind of like just affirmations that people use? Like, is there anything that you kind of say to yourself if you're really finding it difficult? Is there anything that you have used in the past to kind of get that?
Yeah. Well, obviously in our bedroom, we've got something called a mental health quote wall, where every time we get down and depressed, both me and Kerry use it all the time, and sometimes even the kids use it. Where there's loads of quotes all over the place, like just some from top of my head. Just some from top of my head. Oh. If you can win the war that you battle with yourself, you can survive anything.
Brilliant. Yeah. That inner battle is what's going on.
That inner battle, yes.
Yeah, all the time. It's that inner dialogue, isn't it? Like, because the words, I think that's what I find so powerful is like trying to overcome that negative dialogue in the head all the time, like, isn't it? That you're trying to, or the kind of negative, the bully within, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you've actually got some Gay says hello, and then we have Graham Duval, that is
Kerry's dad.
Yeah, says don't forget all the information, the hard work you've
exactly put in. Because I'm gaining qualification after qualification these days. Now, obviously, I've done my mental health first aid level 1, now level 2. I've done my mental health awareness level 2, which obviously promotes me to coach people. Done my understanding children and young people's mental health. Done my level 2 self-harm suicide prevention, which I recently passed, and now I'm booked onto the mental health level 3.
Amazing. And Graham says, "Life is a battle we win every day." Oh, that's a brilliant.
I love that one.
Quote, isn't it? Yeah. Because I
didn't expect him to come up with things like this.
Yeah, that's excellent, isn't it? Life is a battle we win every day. Yeah. I think that's great because, like, even just like taking, I always find like just one day at a time. When I've gone through really difficult times, like I've always say to yourself, just one day at a time. All I have to do is do today, and then don't worry about anything else. And then the next day we do the next day. You know what I mean? This kind of thing. Even when it's really difficult, like so that like step by step, really keep it simple. That's a really good one. If anybody else wants to text in any great lines there, we'll read them out.
We need to get the warriors onto this.
Yeah. I have one on my kitchen sink over my kitchen window. Says, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf." That's the one that I love. So you can't stop the ups and downs, but you can just learn how to ride the waves, like, isn't it? I like that one. That kind of keeps me going. Yeah. So, and but what are your plans going forward, Adam? Like, are you going to keep
What with
keeping
myself or the Warriors?
with education and with, you know, are you still going to keep studying and you're going to stay, you know, obviously you've other plans with the Warrior TV, but like for yourself, you know, are you enjoying the courses and you're going to keep going that direction? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm loving these courses all the time because it's given me a better understanding of what to do and possibly go into a paid job after this. Maybe. So obviously, I probably, if I get into a paid job, I may need to cut back on the hours of Warrior TV. But who knows? But yeah, it's just more things to balance with. But obviously, I am aiming for 2022, every single Warrior getting into those schools and teaching the kids and teachers about tapping into their subconscious mind and the law of attraction, because they're not doing that enough or even at all.
Yeah, and awareness, and it's actually just the key kind of way of doing that. It's difficult to, I think, connect with kids, because I know my kids have had different programs that came into the schools when they were small, and sometimes they just don't connect. They don't speak their language, so it's something that kind of really connects with them. You know, so maybe it's you know, it's a fantastic idea, and hopefully, like, by the time you are getting into your career such that you'll have you know, somebody carry, or somebody can manage it for you. So you can always do both, you know?
Well, every Warrior is going to be in those schools, and obviously we're not going to be dressed like this anyway. We're going to have we are going for some merchandise that is coming. Don't ask me when, because I don't know. But I think Kerry slipped a little bit, where she's said, because her favourite time of year is Christmas. I can't stand it. I hate it. But she said she's going to get me a Mental Health Warrior mug and a T-shirt. So I'm like, yeah, let's get them started.
Excellent. Yeah. So it just starts with a little idea like that. It's like with yourself. And especially like as a designer, you know, it's always like that. You just sketch out your idea first in pencil, and then you do it up bigger, and then you do it up bigger, and then before you know it, it's a billboard, and everybody's looking at it, and it's on the high street or something like that. So that's the way it works, you know.
It does.
Yeah. So start small and just build on that, you know. Definitely, you know.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And then Graham says, you learn something different and new every day. Yeah.
You do.
That's something, well, to be open to that as well, like, you know, because that gives you a bit of a boost as well, to be,
it does,
you know, wanting to learn something. And, you know, it's funny how a lot of people that are in mental health or like psychotherapy or, you know, any of those areas, most of them have had mental health challenges, and then they've started to study to try and make themselves, like, to learn about it and to learn about themselves. And then as they come, like even Grania last week, you know, she has social scientist, and she's so many degrees that she's got it through, you know, she's kind of nearly healed herself by learning, you know. So like, do you find, like, even just for yourself, your mental health improving from learning everything, like, you know, that you've learned so far?
That's true.
Yeah. And it's a huge area, isn't it, for people to go into now, you know, when people are looking.
It is. And when I first came up with the idea that I wanted to get into mental health, I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be awkward, and it could be draining. But you know what? Ever since I've entered that I've gone down that path, I've never looked back. Never.
Yeah.
I just love it. I just love it.
Yeah, you can't get enough of it. You can see that in you, like, yeah, you're really, you know, that's a great sign though. If it's something that you're like really into it and you're really looking forward to going in and you want to learn more about, like.
I do.
Yeah.
We're always learning.
Yeah. So you're learning, but like, you know, the way, I think, finding your, like we talked about, actually, I talked about with that the mindfulness master from Australia last week, John Shearer, and he was saying like that as well, agreeing that the purpose, finding your purpose, really helps your mental health as well, because it kind of boosts your energy, doesn't it? You know,
it does.
Kind of keeps you buoyant. Yeah. There's no stopping you now, Adam. No stopping you.
No one's. No, it's not just no stopping me. It's no stopping any of us.
Yeah, that's it, but the way when you're kind of through your journey, you're showing people what can be done,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fantastic, because it's not
Exactly.
easy,
No, it's not.
But Graham says, I'm a granddad to 2 teenage girls, and it really helps to understand life in their lives and growing up in the now, trying to be on their wavelength. Yeah, definitely. That's it's great to try and be on the same wavelength as teenagers try to get into
because obviously when I was a teenager, I didn't even know mental health actually existed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Unlike myself, but I was kind of grew up with understanding everything to do with mental health, with my dad being a psychiatric nurse. Yeah, but it's unfortunately it's an epidemic, and the same in Ireland. It's everywhere. It's in every small town and village and city. Like there's nowhere that is like the COVID, whatever. There's nowhere that's immune to it. So
Exactly.
and everyone seems to be talking about it everywhere. So it's great to bring everything out into the open, and then when everyone starts talking about it, then you can start find all those practices and things that you can do to help. Simple practices, that make a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you some questions about how did you come up with the warriors? What does warrior mean to you?
What does warrior mean to me? Great question. Passion, fight, blood. I'd say all that. Now, obviously, I got asked, why do I call myself the mental health warrior? Now, obviously, if you think back to prehistoric times, now I'm going to take a leaf out of Graham's book now because he loves giving history lessons, so I'm going to say it.
Great.
Vikings, Romans, you name it, Tudors, they all fought for victory. They all spilled blood, everything like that. And they were victorious in the end. And I believe we fight every single day with ourselves. And we spill blood. That's where the self-harm comes in. But the victory comes when you wake up the next day and start breathing. And you're breathing.
Yeah.
That's when you wake. That's the victory.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that every single day.
Yeah. And you see that as a very difficult battle, obviously, because you're using words like blood and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's very real, like, isn't it?
It is.
It is life and death. That isn't it, like it's a real battle.
That's
true. It's
I think your dogs are talking.
Yeah, can you hear that? Sorry, just we're in the attic, but that's somebody's comes to the door. My daughter's down there opening the door. Sorry about that. Great timing. And warrior, I thought the same when I was kind of trying to come up with a character that would be kind of fearless as well, and kind of would kind of battle like that same thing, like every day, trying to use the mindfulness practice, the breathing, or to connect with nature and all those things. That was the same. I thought I came to that word as well because of rainbow warrior, and I thought then there's warriors all over the world. Like warrior is kind of something that connects everyone, like on all nations, because like there's warriors in Japan, there's warriors, in every culture, isn't there? It's a fantastic word to, and I know Kerry says that as well, that she loves the word warrior. It helps her.
Yeah, see, I've always said you don't have to be part of the mental health warrior teams to be a warrior. You don't. Yeah. Everyone's a warrior in their own unique, I'm going to say it, unique, dysfunctional way.
Yeah.
Because we're all like that.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not that it's the team, it's everybody's a warrior. Everybody's a warrior every day, Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of getting behind that warrior spirit, I suppose, isn't it,
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's the most powerful word in the English language, would you say, do you think?
Most powerful word in the English language? I am going to say belief.
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 Why would you say that?
Because you always have to believe in yourself. You always do. Now, there's another statement on the wall. Anything is possible if you believe in yourself. You are capable of anything, but you have to put your mind to it and believe that. Because a lot of people throw all these positive affirmations at themselves, but 9 times out of 10, they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's unbelievably true. It's actually been really true in my life as well. And personally, I think that's one of the main things, because I suppose, especially if you're wanting to think outside of the box, and you're trying to do something that maybe your family hasn't, doesn't understand, or, even since I was very young, I remember having, wanting to study something that people didn't understand what it was, or wanting to do things that nobody kind of really, it was like that, thinking outside the box. But you have to kind of cultivate that within yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will they?
Exactly.
Yeah. You have to be your own cheerleader.
Yeah, there's another statement out there from Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter. So this is for all Harry Potter fans. Working is important, but what's more important is taking time to believe in yourself.
Yeah. It's so true. It's to connect with whatever, I think as well, it's kind of connecting with what you really want. So if you connect what you really want with self-belief, that's the kind of winning cocktail, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Is there there has to be kind of a why. I always think if you're thinking of the why, why are you doing this? And I think the why will get you a very long way, because if you do something for money, and it disappears. If you do it for status, it disappears. If you do it for all these superficial things, but if you do it for a really big why, that'll stay with you forever. It helps you find meaning, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think this is why we've got so much positive feedback with us, because we always state that there's 12 of us and none of us are professionals. Yeah, we've got a few credentials behind us, but we've all hit rock bottom. We all know what that place feels like. We've all had those thoughts of self-harm, suicide, but now we're on this journey, not just as our own, but we're on this journey together. Because as they said, there's no I in team.
Yes.
And I don't see this as a crew or a team of the Warriors. I see this as a family.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I'm loving this. I'm loving this journey we're taking together.
Yeah, and do you feel that? And do you feel that? Just actually after creating this, it's helped you in your life. It's given you. What has it brought to you in your life, creating this platform?
What's it brought me? It's brought me connection and acceptance. I'm going to pick on COVID there, because I admit this has been going on for almost 2 years now, 3 years. I can't keep up, but I still remember it, because we went into our first lockdown 4 days after my birthday. 4 days, and that was the first year of me attempting suicide. So, and obviously we get people saying, "Oh, stay social distant, this, social distant that." I admit, not once have I ever listened to those words. Not once. But I always believe social connection.
Yeah.
And look at the amount of people we have come across in our lives, from Australia, Canada, Ireland, Wales, Singapore, China. We're connecting with everyone.
It's amazing.
Yes,
isn't it?
It is.
And like you said though as well, that familial connection, so like it feels like a family, as in even you're saying that you think the team feels like family, but like I think all the listeners and people that come on, like it's a lovely kind of I suppose it has that simplicity to it, like, hasn't it? There's
It does.
nothing majorly kind of super clever. It's just that simple connection, like as if you're kind of sitting around a kitchen table having a talk with somebody, like, isn't it? It's that closeness of connection.
Yeah, because the amount of feedback we've got from guests who we've never come across before that have come on camera, they say, "Oh, I'm nervous about this, I don't know what to say." But then after it all, after about 45 minutes have gone, the broadcast has ended, the talk happens at the end. Oh, it's like speaking to an old friend.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. It's amazing. And you know what else really, I think as well, there's so many people I've met since the lockdown, since, like March 31st was the first day of the lockdown in Ireland. And that was the day the Rainbow Warrior went on, like exactly on that day on market, like on Amazon. And I was like, I knew I was following my intuition, but I didn't realize obviously what was going to come. But since then, I've connected and made so many through the book. First through the book, and then I suppose then the book brought me to this platform as well. But to meet people online and to have a connection with them online, and then recently now I've started to meet them in person, and it's such an amazing feeling because the unusual thing is about they actually seem the very same. Like there's no difference. Like the way that you connect with somebody online, even though they're away in a different country, and that I get that feeling of connection. There's a certain kind of essence in each person. I found that was the exact essence of the person when I met them. It was like as if I knew them, like, even
exactly,
just online,
it's See, you mentioned about spirituality. Now, I love spiritual. I really do. And when I'm on live with someone, I feel like we're not just in two separate cameras. I feel like we're there together.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
But Adam, we were talking before we went on here, we were talking about quantum physics. And actually, this is what you're talking about. You're saying, no, don't do it to me on a Friday night without a beer. But that's exactly what you're experiencing. It's because to say, like in quantum physics, there's no space and time. Energy doesn't understand space and time. Like it doesn't make any difference. So you're experiencing that through technology. So that's what I was saying about, like, I did a post recently about this is the great renaissance of spirituality, science, and technology all coming together, and, it's bringing everybody closer, and it has the ability to do wonderful things, and then it has ability to do very destructive things as well, so it's how you use it, isn't it?
It is.
And we're using it in a positive way.
Exactly.
I've got some. Okay, Melissa. Hi, Melissa, from Australia, and we've got says hello, Adam and Caroline, and says so true, Caroline. Something I said there, she connected with. And Graham says, create a good memory for someone around you, even if you're not feeling good about yourself. It leaves the someone around you in a nice mood. Yes, that's true. You're creating a nice atmosphere for somebody, for how you talk to them, isn't it?
I love Melissa's comment about the Warriors, though. I love that.
Where is that?
I have never met any of the Warriors yet feel close and supported by every Warrior.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I have noticed, though, in our messenger chat, that when one Warrior is down, so like, obviously, I've been down, the two Kerrys have been down, even you've been down, but instead of just saying, oh, that's it, we're like a pack of hyenas, and we're flooding with all this support with that Warrior.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. It does make such a difference. Like the words do make huge difference, don't they? Just even a few kind words when you're down is just like total magic. Like, isn't it?
I wouldn't even say just words, even just a simple smile to someone. can make someone's day.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, I go around smiling like the whole time, and I go on my walks, and everyone I see, I just smile, 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 because I like, you know, the way I always feel, especially now, you know, because people aren't mixing as much, you know, so it's great
That's
to
true.
get a chance to just connect eye to eye, you know.
Yeah.
Melissa says, what else? Beautiful conversation, connection, and acceptance are basic core needs. Yeah, that's exactly it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing our best to do that, aren't we?
Yep, we are bringing the light, Melissa. We already
Oh,
are.
lovely. I actually haven't been on with Melissa yet, so she'll have to come on to one
There
of
you
my.
go. We've got a
Yeah,
connection going here.
yeah, definitely. I haven't had a chance to really talk to Melissa, so that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she's the inspirational warrior.
Oh, lovely. That'll. I look forward to that.
Mm.
Yeah. So what other practices that you do that you can share with people, Adam, that you've learned or you've picked up with all these wisdoms, words of wisdom that you could give to people from all that? How many interviews have you done at this stage personally? You must have done like, oh God, have you even counted them? It's like a course in itself.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading Kerry's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. What else have I been up to? I've just been getting on with life. I really have. We're just here to make a difference. End that stigma of not just mental health, but disability discrimination as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a big one as well, that you're really passionate about it, aren't you? Yeah.
We are, yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
more Kerry that's on the disability
Right.
side.
Yeah.
And this is why we're bringing people on about autism and everything like that. So, yeah. Now, well, I know we've already covered disabilities in like previous videos when even if it was just me, but yeah, we're going to step this up again because autism and other disabilities need to be recognised more.
Definitely. Yeah, because people don't have a platform for that as well, like just for understanding, education, awareness, and everything as well, isn't it? You know. And I know I was just wondering about all the interviews, because I heard Oprah Winfrey at one point talking about she gained all of her wisdom throughout her year. Most of her wisdom, she says, she puts down to all the interviews that she's done with people over the years. You know, so like she said that she listened to every person's story, and then she kind of collected all their nuggets of wisdom all the way along. And she said like that kind of fed into her kind of mental health and her kind of journey and stuff like that. So Adam, you might be collecting all these brilliant buds of wisdom. Like, is there anything that stood out to you, like that, you know, that's helped you, like, you know, the way from a guest, or you see something that's in common, like what, you know, the way sometimes you may see a pattern of somebody that uses, that you've seen that a lot of people seem to find helpful, you know?
I just think, well, I was always taught from my grandparents that always stay busy. Definitely always stay busy, because if you stop, something may happen. And now I never knew what they meant by that until recently. Now, if I stop, I'll have a nervous breakdown and I will sink really low back into depression, suicidal thoughts, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, if I just stop. Now, there has been time where Kerry had to tell me, get yourself on camera, because I had a week off and I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't. I wasn't. So that's why. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to be like over Christmas when it's going to be 2 weeks off. I ain't not got a clue.
Yeah, but that's great advice, though. You know, like the fact that, keep busy, just keep doing something.
Keep busy.
Yeah, don't have too much time to think, to sit around and not.
Exactly.
Yeah, to start keep yourself active. Like you said, like, you know, they were saying one time about, you know, Perry doing the lawn, you know, just even those simple tasks that you get a bit of positive feedback from.
Mm.
You know, just even doing your
acknowledge it. Even if it's just making your bed, don't see it as a chore. See it as an achievement, and then acknowledge it and be proud of it.
Yeah, I love that. That's, you know, it's great advice just for, like, you know, the simple things, like every day, take one day at a time and then keep busy and keep going, you know, especially hard, like during it's monotonous. It has been so monotonous over the last couple of years, hasn't it, with all the lockdowns, and, you know, it's hard to keep yourself just doing the simple things. I found that myself. I started to kind of not do as much work around the house because you feel like, you know, why should I bother or whatever, you know, that kind of way. So it does take more effort, I find, like, to keep doing those jobs, like to do, you know, because it seems like you're like in a hamster wheel going around, but, you know, it's
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely,
making an effort to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Any other comments there, Adam?
No, not really.
So any other words that you find most powerful?
Belief, connection, love, support. There's just loads, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's just loads.
And using them in your everyday language as well. Like, I think, you know, I think actually one point I noticed that just when you start to describe things in a more positive way, that makes a big difference as well. You know, when you instead of kind of coming from a place of a negative state of mind, like, you know, the way, like, so training yourself to look at the bright side of things, like, you know, rather than because, you know, the way every situation has an upside and a downside to it, but if you kind of train yourself to see and talk to yourself about the upsides, you know, that seems to help, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see. Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So are you are we finished? Do you want to finish up, or is there anything else you'd like to share?
Hey, like I said, it's your show, Caroline.
Well, I'm just wondering, I suppose, going forward for, you know, you're going to be doing your mental health,
yeah,
and then you're thinking of, you know, going into the schools for education for kids and stuff like that.
We are, including you, Caroline, including you.
Yes. But I suppose you're the have started the whole idea, so, you know.
We're also starting a project with Alan Stevens as well.
Oh, tell us about that. Is that top secret?
Yes. What we this is pretty much it. We're going to be teaching about mindset, the law of attraction. It's just getting a better understanding. That's all it is.
Yeah. And are you looking to see if there's any other countries that you're going to collect warriors from, or have you got enough on your?
I think we've got enough for now.
Yeah.
For now, but
you never know if somebody comes along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never say never. That's all I say. Never say never.
Yeah. We don't have any Scottish voices.
We don't, do we?
Because I lived in Scotland, you see, so I was thinking, there's no Scots, you know, because we've got Irish, we've got English, we've got Welsh.
Hey, I've got some Scottish in me.
Have you?
Yeah, my family was originally from Edinburgh, but then they lived in Dumfries. So
yeah. If there's any, get some Scottish people on. I'll have to think about any of my friends up in Scotland to see if they might come on for some interviews.
Let's see. You
you
never know what's going to come in the pipeline, but we've got a lot of guests happening between now and New Year. A lot.
Yeah. And yeah, any special things coming up for Christmas? For any special shows that you want to tell us about coming forward?
Well, obviously, we know that Dorota is back tomorrow. She's going to be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow with Ryan Holland for Art Before Breakfast. That's at 9 a.m. UK time. That's tomorrow. And then next week, it's all going to be in the TV guide, which I'm going to publish out on Sunday. Yeah. It's anti-bullying week as well. Okay. So obviously we've got all sorts. We've got you'll be on Friday as well. I'm not on after this now until Friday, so I've got almost a week off.
I think are we not on Thursday with Law of Attraction?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Warriors of Attraction. Yeah.
I think I'm on there with yourself and Anthea. Is it?
Yes. Me, you, Kerry, and Anthea. Warriors of Attraction. That'll be Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time. You'll be back here next week for 9 p.m. with Matt Burke.
Actually, it's that we've got a new guest. Actually, that's changed. It's going to be Brian Barnes from Brian Barnes Wellbeing.
All right, okay, all right, Brian. Yeah. I'll get that changed. I'll get that changed.
Yeah. Just an update there.
But before that, that morning Friday, it's the big one. It's men's, because it's International Men's Mental Health Day. So I will be hosting a panel discussion with 6 other men. Wow. 6 other men. That'll be 11 o'clock a.m. UK time. So I'm not going to give nothing away with that one.
That's amazing. Is that that's the most you've had on for guests?
Yes. There's going to be 7 of us. There's going to be 7 of us.
Amazing.
On screen.
That's brilliant. So that's 11 a.m. on Friday morning, is it?
Friday morning, 11 a.m. UK time. Yes, it's the big one.
And then I'm on next Friday with Brian Barnes as well at 9 p.m. again. Yeah, so that's brilliant. So we look forward to that. And we might finish up and say goodnight to everybody. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. And it has been thank you so much for introducing yourself to all the Irish people. And we'll say Slán Lat. You'll have to say this now. Slán Lat.
Slán Lat.
Agus Gurv Mahagut.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
August. Say August.
August.
Gur.
Der.
Rev. Ma. Agut.
Agut.
That means thank you. Slán Lat agus Gurv Mahagut. Macarja with me, my friend.
Oh my God.
It's a very simple language.
Simple? I would love for you to try and get Kerry to speak Irish. I really would.
Okay, she is going to be up next. I'll give her a lesson on the next show.
I would love to see that.
Okay, thanks so much, Adam, and thanks everybody for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for Dorota and Art as Medicine. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.